This is a review for nouns and pronouns. We're going to do three things. We're going to classify nouns as common, proper, concrete, abstract, or collective. We're going to correctly identify singular and plural possessive nouns, or in other words, where to put the apostrophe. And we're going to classify pronouns from a long list. A major clue in classifying nouns as common versus proper is the capitalization for proper nouns. But common nouns are the general, where proper are specific named nouns. So actor, the category, Sean Connery, the proper noun. Country, the common noun, Mexico, the proper noun, etc. Concrete versus abstract nouns. Concrete nouns occupy space and they're recognized by the five senses, where abstract nouns are merely ideas, qualities, or characteristics. So an example, or some examples are, fire is a concrete noun, where warmth is an abstract concept. Tears are concrete, but the idea of sadness is abstract. Applause is concrete, but excitement is abstract. Snow and winter, smile and joy. A collective noun is the name of a group. So more than just a plural noun, for example, if you said sister and then sisters, just because you're talking about potentially more than one person does not mean it's a collective noun. These are words like team, family, audience, crowd, pack, or group. They can be singular or plural, but by definition they refer to a group. For singular nouns, if we want to make them possessive, we simply add an apostrophe s, like this. Also, if our noun ends in an s, we still put an apostrophe s. Same thing for plural nouns that don't end in s, we add apostrophe s. The one exception is for plural nouns that do end in an s, and those, like cars or businesses, we put the apostrophe only at the end. Now, for a word like cars, it can be difficult to determine whether it is singular or plural, and you have to do that from context. So personal pronouns refer to a specific thing or person, and some of the more common ones we use: I, me, we, us, you, you, he, him, she, her, it, they, them, my, mine, our, ours, your, yours, his, her, hers, its, their, theirs. Both reflexive and intensive pronouns end in the word self or selves, such as myself, themselves, etc. Reflexive pronouns show that the subject of the verb is receiving the action of the verb, whereas intensive pronouns emphasize the subject without adding any information to the sentence. For example, if I said Michael Jordan himself taught me how to dunk, I am emphasizing his authority on dunking. But if I say Michael Jordan taught himself how to dunk, notice taught, the verb, is acting upon Michael Jordan. He taught himself. That's why it's reflexive. Demonstrative pronouns identify nouns and answer the question, which one? You would say this for one single item that is in close proximity. This pencil right here next to me. You would say that for one single item that's a little bit farther away. That pencil way over there. And similar for plural, these for something plural that is right nearby, and those for something plural that is far away. Interrogative pronouns are those used to form questions. Usually we'll see who, whom, whose, what, or which toward the beginning of a sentence. When or where, notice, are adverbs, typically, instead of interrogative pronouns. Where can sometimes work, but in most cases, these are the list. Who and which be especially careful of, as they can function as relative pronouns in many cases, depending on where they are at and how they are used in the sentence. Indefinite pronouns refer to a non-specific or unknown person or thing. There's some major families, such as the ones, someone, no one, everyone, anyone, etc. And same thing for bodies and things. There's a group of them that are always singular, some that are always plural, and some that could be either one depending on usage. Relative pronouns connect clarifying information to nouns or pronouns. These are words like who, that, which, whom, whose, whoever, whichever, whomever, or whatever. Things to look for: sentences that already have independent clauses, like dominoes is a game, and there's a dependent clause, that many Texans play, that tells you a little bit about the game. In this case, it's telling you Dominoes is a game that is popular in Texas. Or we might see these commas and a word like who that gives us extra clarification on Harry Houdini. The reason why there's commas, it's non-essential information versus the previous sentence where it's essential to the meaning of the sentence.